Hello, and welcome back to Learning Canadian English. I'm your host, Mike.
And I'm Jen. It's great to have you with us for episode 42.
Today, we have a very practical topic, especially for anyone new to Ontario or the Greater Toronto area. We're talking all about public transit, specifically how to use GO Transit and the PRESTO card.
That's right. Navigating a new transit system can be really intimidating when you first arrive. I remember my first time trying to catch a GO train. I was so confused about which platform to go to and how to even pay for my ticket.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I think I stood in front of the ticket machine for 10 minutes just reading everything, trying to make sure I didn't make a mistake. So today, our goal is to make it simple for all of you.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Mike, what is GO Transit?
Good question. GO Transit is a regional public transit system. The word regional is key here. It doesn't just operate in one city, like the TTC in Toronto. It connects the entire Greater Golden Horseshoe area of Ontario.
Right, it covers a huge area. Think of it as the system that connects many different cities and towns together, with Toronto often being the central hub. It can take you from Hamilton in the west to Oshawa in the east and Barrie in the north.
Exactly. And you will see two main types of GO vehicles, the green and white double-decker trains and the green and white buses.
The trains and buses?
Generally, the trains run along major railway lines and are very common for commuting during peak hours, morning and evening rush hours. The buses often connect areas where there are no train tracks, or they run during off-peak times, like late at night or on weekends, when train service might be less frequent.
So, no matter if you're on a train or a bus, you need a way to pay. And that brings us to the most important tool for any transit user in this region, the PRESTO card.
Ah, yes, the little green card. The PRESTO card is your key to everything. It's a reloadable electronic fare card. Think of it like a debit card just for transit. You load money onto it, and then you use it to pay for your rides.
And it's not just for GO Transit. You can use it on the TTC in Toronto, My Way in Mississauga, Brampton Transit, and many, many other local transit systems. It really unifies everything.
It does. So where can our listeners get one? The first and most obvious place is at any GO Transit station. They have ticket vending machines where you can buy a new card and load money onto it. The card itself costs $6.
Right, that's a one-time fee to get the card. You can also get them at customer service counters at major stations like Union Station, and another very convenient place is at Shoppers Drug Mart stores.
That's where I bought my first one. It was very easy. You can also order a card online from the PRESTO website, prestocard.ca, and they will mail it to you. But of course, that takes a few business days to arrive.
Okay, so once you have the card, you need to put money on it. This is called loading your card or loading a balance. You can do this at the same machines where you buy the card or at a Shoppers Drug Mart.
And all of these methods are great, but the best way, in my opinion, is to manage it online or through the app. Once you have your card, you should immediately go to the PRESTO website or use the app to create an account. Then you can register your card to your account. And now there's an even more convenient option, the PRESTO app on your smartphone. You can download it, link your card, and load funds instantly from anywhere. No more waiting for online loads to process or finding a physical machine. It's a real game changer.
This is such an important step. Please, everyone, register your card. If you lose your card and it's not registered, all the money on it is gone forever.
Exactly, but if it is registered, you can log into your account, report the card as lost, and transfer your balance to a new card. It's a lifesaver.
From your online account, you can also set up something called auto load. This feature is amazing. You connect your credit card, and whenever your Presto balance drops below a certain amount, say $10, it automatically loads more money onto your card.
It's the set it and forget it method. You never have to worry about running out of money and missing your train. I highly recommend setting up autoload. And it's not just about adding money. The online account and the app are powerful tools. You can see your entire trip history, which is great for budgeting or for work expenses. You can also manage multiple cards, maybe for your family members, all from one place.
Okay, so we've covered getting a card, registering it, and loading it with money. Now for the most crucial part of using GoTransit, the tapping. That's a great point, Mike. It really gives you full control. And for anyone worried about the technology, it's very user-friendly. The website and app guide you through each step, whether you're adding funds, checking your history, or setting up autoload. It's designed to be straightforward.
This is the golden rule. If you remember one thing from this podcast, this should be it. On GeoTransit, you must always tap on and tap off.
Let's break that down. Tapping on means that before you enter the train platform or get on a bus, you must tap your Presto card on one of the green Presto payment machines. You hold your card flat against the screen until it beeps and says, "Accepted."
This action starts your journey. The system now knows where your trip began. It deducts a temporary amount from your card, which is usually the maximum possible fare from that station. Don't worry, you'll get some of that money back.
That's where tapping off comes in. When you arrive at your destination station and get off the train or bus, you must find another green Presto machine and tap your card again.
This is so important. When you tap off, the system calculates the actual fare for the distance you traveled and adjusts the charge. It gives you back the difference between the maximum fare and your actual correct fare.
But what happens if you forget to tap off?
The painful lesson many of us have learned. If you forget to tap off, you will be charged that maximum fare. The system assumes you took the longest possible trip from your starting point. I made this mistake once. And one more thing about the machines themselves. At train stations, they are usually located at all the main entrance points to the platforms. You can't miss them. On the buses, the machine is right at the front, next to the driver, where you get on.
Oh no, you did?
Yes, I was coming back from Oakville to Toronto. I was in a rush when I got to Union Station, and I just ran to the subway without tapping off from my Go trip. The next day, I checked my balance and saw a huge charge. They had charged me the fare from Oakville all the way to Oshawa.
Wow, that's a costly mistake. So everyone listening, make it a habit. The moment you step onto the platform, look for the green machine and tap on. The moment you step off at your destination, look for the green machine and tap off.
There is one small exception, called a default trip. If you take the exact same trip every single day, you can set this trip as your default in your online account. For example, from Brampton to Union Station. Once it's set, you only need to tap on, not off. But this is only for people with a very, very consistent commute. For most people, just remember, tap on, tap off.
Okay, let's talk about the cost, or the fare. How much does a trip on GoTransit cost?
Unlike a city bus or subway that might have a single flat fare, Go fares are based on distance. The farther you travel, the more you pay. A short trip between two nearby stations might only be a few dollars. A long trip from one end of the network to the other could be over $20.
That makes sense. And you can always check the fare for your specific trip on the GoTransit website. They have a fare calculator.
Yes, but here's a fantastic tip for saving money, especially if you combine Geo with local transit. It's the co-fare program.
The co-fare is a great benefit. Basically, if your journey involves a Geo train or bus and a local city bus or subway, you get a big discount. With most local transit agencies, including the TTC, your local portion of the trip is completely free.
Right. So, for example, you take a GO train to Clarkson Station, tap off, and then you get on a MeWay bus in Mississauga. When you tap your Presto card on the bus, it will recognize that you just came from a GO train and it won't charge you for the bus ride.
It's automatic as long as you use your Presto card for both parts of the trip within a certain time window, usually 2 or 3 hours. This saves a lot of money for daily commuters.
Definitely. Also, a quick note about other discounts. Post-secondary students and seniors can get discounts on GO fares. However, you need to have your Presto card set to a student or senior fare type. You can't just use a regular adult card.
That's a good point. You usually need to go to a customer service counter with your student ID or proof of age to have them change the setting on your card. It's an extra step, but the savings are worth it.
Wow, that was a lot of information, Jen. I think a quick summary would be helpful for our listeners.
I agree. Okay, here are the key takeaways for using Go Transit and Presto. Number 1, get a Presto card. It's your key to almost all transit in the region.
Number 2, register your card online immediately. This protects your money if the card is lost or stolen. And consider setting up autoload so you never run out of funds.
Number 3, our golden rule. On GO Transit, always tap on before you board and tap off when you arrive at your destination.
And number 4, remember the co-fare program. Your local transit ride is usually free when connecting to or from a GO service, so you only pay one fare for your whole journey.
That covers it. If you're feeling nervous, my advice is to take a short trip on a Saturday or Sunday when it's less crowded. Go 1 or 2 stops and back, just to get comfortable with the process of tapping on and off.
That is excellent advice. It's a wonderful system once you get the hang of it, and it opens up so much of the region to explore. You know, Jen, beyond the basics, there are a few extra tips that can make the experience even smoother, especially for new riders.
It really does. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode. We hope this guide was helpful for all the newcomers out there. Oh, absolutely. The app is fantastic. You can check your balance in real time and even see your transaction history. It takes away all the guesswork. I use it all the time to make sure I have enough for my trip before I even leave the house.
Thanks for tuning in to Learning Canadian English. Join us next time for another episode. Until then, take care.